forward today, the state will produce evidence. You have the right to question any witnesses that they put on the stand. You also have the right to testify. However, if you do testify, you'll be subject to a thorough and sifting cross-examination from the state. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You understand that, Ms. Schindley? You also have the right not to recruit. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Schindley, you statement, proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. As relates to Krista Schindley, she is charged in warrants 23 EW 2691 with criminal intent to commit murder, and warrant 23 EW 2693. She's charged with cruelty to children in the first degree. 23 EW 2694. She's charged with cruelty to children in the second degree. 23 EW 2695. She's charged with battery, family violence. 2696. She's charged with simple battery, family violence. 23 EW 2697. She's charged with cruelty to children in the third degree. And I believe that the remaining warrants 2698, 99. 2697 is actually 4 counts of cruelty to children listed on the same warrant. That's the cruelty to children in the third degree. 23 EW 2698. She's charged with false imprisonment. 2699 was dismissed by the police department as it was confusing in the language. So that warrant is no longer pending against Ms. Schindley. As to Tyler Schindley, he's charged in 23 EW 2682 with again criminal attempt to commit murder. 23 EW 2684 was dismissed by the Griffin Police Department again because of confusing language. 23 EW 2685, Mr. Schindley is charged with cruelty to children in the first degree. 23 EW 2686 charges him with cruelty to children in the second degree. 2687 charges him with battery. 2688 charges him with simple battery, family violence. 2689 charges him with false imprisonment. And 2690 charges him with 4 counts of cruelty to children in the third degree. Your Honor, this matter stems from an investigation that began on May 12th, 2023. The Griffin Police Department was dispatched to an area in Westminster Circle here in Griffin in Spalding County by a concerned resident who saw what she thought to be a small child walking down the street that she did not recognize. She approached the child and asked if he needed help. He indicated that he was hungry and was not to send him home. She then called 911 because she believed him to be lost, not realizing that she actually lived basically across the street from him. She'd never seen him before. During the dispatch, police responded to the scene, and when they began to speak with the child, for the purposes of today's hearing, I'll refer to him as ES. When they began to speak with him, they realized that he was 10 years old, and in physical appearance, he looked nothing like a 10-year-old. Emergency units were dispatched to the scene where they found him to have an extremely low heart rate, and he weighed approximately 37 pounds, though he was 10 years of age. He was physically dirty, sunburned, had marks and bruises to his body from head to toe. He was taken to the hospital where it was found, as I indicated, that he had an extremely low heart rate. He indicated to law enforcement that he had not eaten in several days, and he remained in hospital care for a couple of weeks after that took place. Since he's been placed into hospital care, he began to rapidly gain weight, though that he had significant trauma to his systems, including something that ended up in what's called refeeding syndrome, which means that his body started to shut down when he actually had food given to him. It almost killed him because his body was in such a bad state. He was evaluated by a child abuse pediatrician who specializes in cases of child abuse and neglect. And according to that child abuse pediatrician, he was subjected to child torture, which has a specific meaning in the medical community. Basically, he had been subjected to nutritional neglect, physical neglect, dental neglect. In fact, he had to have surgery to remove 15 teeth, physical child abuse, psychological maltreatment of multiple different forms, including having the other children in the house isolate him, not speak to him, treat him cruelly. And he was, for long stretches, locked in a bedroom that was only opened by the outside. He was not able to open it. Being in the house itself, he was treated so significantly different that you could see in the way that he was treated that he was not considered a member of that family. All of the other kids had a very different life than ES did. There were marks and bruises, as I indicated, that showed that he had been subjected to physical child abuse. He had cuts all over his feet from being required to do exercises for long periods of time barefoot. Just multiple marks and injuries. So at this point, the state is asking that the bond be denied as to both Tyler Schindley and Krista Schindley. Through the course of the investigation, it is definitely clear that both defendants participated in the neglect and physical abuse of this child. And it appears from the evidence that their intent was to make sure that he was not known by the community, and that when he died, there would be no one that paid any attention to that. There would be no one that knew that he was gone. So we sincerely believe that the defendants are a flight risk. They do have multiple assets. There is a home, there are multiple businesses, and they gained quite a bit of financial benefit from fostering 5 children and then adopting them. So they have access to uncounted funds that would give them the ability to flee the jurisdiction of the court. As well, we would posit that they pose a risk to influence witnesses if they were able to have contact with any of these children, not just the victim ES, but the other 4 children who were in the home as well. So at this point, we would ask that the court deny bond.
Mr. Schindley, do you have any witnesses that you wish to call?
Yeah, yeah.
Do you wish to take the stand and testify?
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Well, based on the evidence presented by the state with respect to both Krista and Tyler Schindley, I find that there is significant risk of flight. I further find that there is significant risk to intimidate witnesses. I find that there is significant threat to the community as a whole. Bond will be denied.
Thank you.
And you take them back.
Make sure to leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. I'm curious what you guys think.